Yo, what's up guys, Zero Designs here with part 2 of the tutorial, and I'm here in After Effects. So first off, import your intro by double clicking this box here and just locate your intro, and I think it's this one, not sure. Yes, and now drag it over to this little box here, and as you can see it's right here. So let me render this for a second. So yeah, this is the rendered version of the Cinema 4D project. So as you can see, it just comes in and goes out. Okay, so now let's add a twitch to this. So click this layer and go Effect, Video Copilot, Twitch. So now click Enable and then click Slide. So as you can see, it's slight, but it's really bad. Well, it's not bad, but it's not my taste. So let's change this. So go to Operator Controls, just minimize all this, and you got slide here. So I'm gonna slide the RGB split. This pretty much splits the colors, and I'm just gonna make it a little bit less slide amount, like 18 or something, and let's render this. Let's see what it does now. As you can see, it twitches a lot. Might try and change that, but I'm just gonna check this out. Oh, one sec. Just gonna render this. As you can see, my computer renders pretty fast, but you can see the slow of your PC is way better than this. But just depends on what PC you have. So here you go. As you can see, Twitch is way too much. You can barely read it. So I'm just gonna change this to around 7 or 5. As you can see, Twitch is less, but it twitches a lot still. So let's change our speed in a second. But yeah, look at this, it twitches a lot, way too much. Just change the speed of your thing to about around 3 or something. This is gonna slow that down a lot. Sorry, I have a cold actually. So yeah, as you can see, it's way slower, and if you want the amount, you can change that, so that's bring it down also. So I think this twitch is pretty good. Now let's keyframe it, because I want it to be kinda smooth in the beginning, not that much twitches, and then later on I want it to, when it stands still like here, I want it to be more twitchy. So okay, so I got this, so I'm just gonna change this to around 50, the amount, and click this little stopwatch here, and okay, you got it here. So now you're right here, just before this, before it stands still, just click your stopwatch here, and then drag this thing just where it stands still, and then make it like 70 or something. So let's check this out. As you can see, it's really much more twitches there, and right here just slow twitches, not that much, and here it's twitching more. So let's make our link a new, wait, let's first add a optical flare. So right click, new, solid. Okay, now go to Effect and Video Copilot, Optical Flares. Just let this load, sorry. And click the render mode, click on transparent. As you can see, it's now transparent. Just make it in the corner, and this one right here. So we got it kinda above the real text. So of course this is an ugly flare. Just go to Options and clear all. So now you got nothing here. So just drag your mouse off to this side and this window will open. And add lens object. Just add a glow, a streak, and lens orbs. Okay. This is what I'm most of the time what I do. Oh wait, I added 2 glows. Never mind. So this is what I do. So number of objects. Just make that a lot on the lens orbs. Just make that really a lot. And change the scale to really small. And object shape, I'm just gonna make it a polygon and make the polygon size 3, so you got that, but I'm just gonna make it 4, so you got that. Okay, this is pretty much everything you have to do. You can change the global color to whatever you like. I'm just gonna keep it like this. So as you can see, this is the optical flare right here, and I think it is just a little bit too bright, so change the glow, change this sun here, make that lower. Okay, so now I got a good flare here, and you just want to see how it goes when it goes over there. So okay, let's keyframe this. So click this little arrow here and effects, optical flare, and drag your marker to the beginning of the timeline, and click the stopwatch next to brightness and drag that to 0, and drag your thing forward and make it 100, so like that. And then click the stopwatch next to position XY, and okay, that's it. And now drag to the end of your timeline and just click the first one and drag it so you can see it's way over there, as you can see. So now you can see it's like moving over there if you drag across the timeline. So I'm just gonna fade out the optical flare. To do this, you have to create another keyframe of 100. To do this, just click this button here, and you can see it adds another keyframe, and drag to the end of your timeline and make it 0. So yeah, you can see the optical flare now, pretty clear. Okay, of course you can add more. This is just the techniques you can use. You can add way more. I'm just gonna show you some techniques. So add your text now. So new and text. So just type in youtube.com/name or 0 designs and drag that to wherever you want. To do this, you might click this one so you can drag it around freely. Let's see how that looks. Okay, I think that's pretty cool. Just gonna drag it up here. So as you can see, right here it stands still. So I'm just gonna make the text come in right here. So click the text layer and go to Effect, Transition, Iris Wipe. Okay, you get this up and you get the iris points. This is pretty much how your iris is gonna look. So outer radius, you just might want to drag this thing to the middle of your text. So now you can see pretty much what the animation is going to be. It's gonna be like that. So it's gonna be coming like that. Okay. Of course you can change this, but I'm not gonna do that. Just change the feather to round 2. And now we're gonna keyframe it so it comes in. So click the stopwatch next to outer radius and drag that out so it's kind of like you see nothing, and then just change the other thing to whatever you want. I'm just gonna take 7 seconds or something and just drag it to 0, and you got your animation here. So as you can see, you have this little animation text coming in, text going out, and the link appearing. So yeah, of course you can change the font and stuff. I'm using SF Old Republic if you want to know. So project, let's import some sound effects. Yeah, I'm just gonna import a song on it for just the background music. Epic music, no, these are just some. These are actually from Doom Bros, the packs he got out, the no copyright song. Just gonna click one random, this one. So let's check this out. So of course you want to take longer using changing the song and stuff. I didn't really get in there. So let's just fade in the music and fade it out. I'm using the beginning of the song, so it's fading in already, as you can see. But I'm just gonna show you. Just click this stopwatch and change the +00 decibels to -48 and drag it over here and change it to 0. So you got that, and now we're gonna fade it out. So just make another keyframe, clicking this button, and change it to the end of the timeline and drag it out to -48. So as you can see from the waveform, you can see it going in and going out. Let's check this out. So as you can see, that's a nice little song. So what I want to do is when the text comes in right here, add a sound effects. So just go to your sound effects folder. I'm using Video Copilot sound effects, designer sound effects, and go to swishes and just choose one. I'm not gonna get really into this. You might go longer and find one that's cool. I'm just gonna use the beam swish. It's just gonna. So what you want to do, you want to like sync it with the intro where the text comes in. So just click this arrow, and click the waveform, and you want it to start kinda right here. Let's check this out. Kinda where the text comes in, you want it to swoosh. So wow, that was way too short, but of course you can go in depth. I'm just showing you. I'm just gonna take a long one. How long are you? Yeah, sure. 10 seconds. That's cool. So we got 10-second one, and yeah, this is really just what you want. This is a longer one, so I'm just gonna check this out. Just gonna make it a little bit earlier, but just want to sync it with the text coming in. So yeah, this is really a quick tutorial. Not really sure. I'm just gonna show you how to fade out. Just create a new solid like this, new solid, and press OK. And just you're gonna go click this arrow and click this arrow and click. Just go into beginning and click the opacity, the stopwatch next to opacity, and just go to like right here and create to 0 and fade it out. Just click this button again to create a keyframe and drag it to the end and make it 100 again. So yeah, that's just a really quick tutorial. I'm gonna show you how it looks at the end and at the beginning. Yeah, thank you for watching this, and please comment what you want for the next tutorial. So yeah, see you soon.